Hello and welcome. We will be going over the basics of drifting, such as the power over, handbrake, braking, shift lock, accel off, feint / Scandinavian flick, manji, and how to get into the pocket. This is recorded on the Crew 2, but these basics are not limited to just this game. You can implement them on any racing game such as Need for Speed, Forza, etc. I would suggest using either the Mustang or the RX-7 if you are just starting off, at least on the Crew 2. It changes depending on game, but go out there, practice. Every car has a different handling and tuning, so just go out there and try. Today I'll be joined with my buddy Mig. He's the one who taught me all these basics. He does this actually in real life. We're going to go through, show you properly how to do each and every one of these, depending on what type of vehicle and what type of conditions and road you are on. It will change depending on what you need to use or what you prefer to use. So we won't worry about like apexes or anything like that, nothing too technical. The most technical we're going to get is into the pocket, but let's start off. So I'm going to show you how to do a power over. This one's really simple. You just slam on the gas and it'll bring the car around. You don't have to worry about anything. Make sure to feather the throttle depending on where you want it to stand. You don't need to power over too hard or your car will spin out. Next, we will be doing the handbrake. Handbrake is very simple. Just tap it real quick. You don't need to hold it. And you just get that car sideways and then you can go ahead and get back on the accelerator. Again, don't hold on the brake too long. You'll spin out. Next is going to be the braking. This one is my preferred use. It's very simple. It shows great right here because it's nice and dark. You're just going to feather the throttle, but also just tap the brake when you need it. Now right here we have a shift lock, which is just basically as you get around the corner, you downshift. So you just start off, downshift one gear, and it'll extend out your drift, and it'll make it nice and smooth. Next, we will be starting with the accel off. Accel off is just basically getting the car to go on its own. You just get it going. And now we'll do manji and Scandinavian flick in one. It's very easy to do. Right here is manji. Going back and forth, it's a nice way to chain your drifts. And then you can go ahead and do the Scandinavian flick or the feint, depending on what you call it. But it's a nice way to just get in there, get those high points that you need, and just continue your drift score. All these are really easy basics. You can use them at any time, even during a street race. It's really helpful. Make sure that you do use manual gearing. I don't use automatic like ever, so it's I must have forgot to say that part, but oh well. Now you know. Right here I'm going to be explaining the pocket. You'll see Mig coming up right beside me. Right here, right where he's at, is basically the start of the pocket. You want to get right there by the front driver's side door to the nose of the following car, or also known as a chaser car. You'll just get right in there. There's a nice little box area. Difficult thing to do, but enough practice, you'll eventually get it. Gear changing, and it makes for great pictures and videos when you're with a friend. Such as this clip here, he got nice in there. Beautiful run, Mig. So you go ahead and implement these any way you want to. You can do it on different terrains, tracks, depending on what vehicle. Make sure that you change your gearing ratio, your tires, everything does matter, and you'll just have to play around with it to get to what you prefer. I hope for the best. I hope to see you guys up on the mountains, and y'all have a great night. And coming up is a nice little solo drift session on one of the mountains. You guys take it easy. Peace.